Well, welcome back. Yesterday was the United monthly meeting, and that was held at 9:30 yesterday. It ran about 3 hours and 12 minutes, and today we have the treasurer of United, Pat English. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Ken.
Was a long meeting yesterday. A lot was discussed. As many people probably know, that the business plan was presented to the folks last month. We televised that. That was version 3, and what a lot of people think is that's the final one. It's really not. There's a little tweaking that is done, and you did what needed to be done, and it was approved, the 2014 business plan yesterday.
Yes, we did get the 2014 business plan version 4. This is
Right, version 4. It gets
passed.
confusing.
And actually, we even had a little tweak on that in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes,
let me go over it with the people.
Sure.
What I would really like to do is show the people how the business plan affects them on a per man, per month basis.
Okay.
Currently, our assessments, this is just assessments, it does not include your property taxes because everybody's property taxes are different.
Right.
But the basic assessments for everybody in United is $528.36. That's for 2013. For 2014, the total assessments are going to be $552.96. That represents an increase of $24.60, which I'm very sorry to say it's an increase, and we did our best to get it down. Now, of that $552.96, let's call it $553 to be simple, we've got the total direct mutual operating expenses, which represent $143 out of the $553. We have mutual shared operating costs, which is another $104. And then we have our reserve contributions, which total another $82. The total of all those figures I have just given you is $329. So $329 out of the $553 are costs that are directly attributable to United.
Right.
Now, on top of that, we have GRF, operating costs, which are $191 per month. So every month you pay your assessments, remember $191 is going to GRF. On top of that, there's GRF reserve contributions of $33, okay? So the total GRF, the total amount we're paying directly into GRF is $224, or we will be for 2014. That represents 40.5% of our total assessments. That's a really big chunk of change. I want to remind you that we are making reserve contributions for GRF every month. $33 every month we will be making. We're making 30 now, it's going to be 33 next year. So those reserve contributions will be going toward the Recreation Master Plan. So I want the people in United to realize how, or partly how, the Master Recreation Plan is being funded. In addition, it's being funded with $1,500 per month, or per manor, I'm sorry, when a resale happens. I'm not sure what they call that. They've got some name for it now.
I've heard before it's called a transfer fee or something like that.
Something like that. So they're collecting that $1,500. That $1,500 will also go toward the Recreation Master Plan. So when a seller has to pay that kind of money, usually when the buyer has to pay it, when the buyer has to pay that kind of money, usually the cost is passed on to the seller, or frequently the cost is passed on to the seller. So what I'm getting at is this idea that the Recreation Master Plan is not costing you anything. Really think about that. Please, really think about that. So anyway, we passed our business plan. We were delighted to pass it. It's taken a lot of effort, and I'm sorry that the effort did not equate to our results because we only brought it down by about $12, I think it was, from the original.
Right, but you were able to bring it down
substantially. We brought it down, and we worked hard to get it down there. And unfortunately, too, we had to we had to give up some of our service levels too in order to get it down like that. The point is that if our assessments have to rise in order to meet our costs. So if our costs go up, our assessments have to go up. I hate to say that, you know, but that's the way
of the world, yeah.
Yes.
And I was going to say, one of the things you talked about yesterday in relation to your report, when you give the treasurer's report, you also talk about delinquencies, but you also talk about resale and lease activity, which is nice to tell the folks how that's going.
Well, yes, this is really a bright spot. I'm not sure what we can attribute this to. I would say it's partly due to an economy that all of a sudden has gone to house sales.
Yeah,
all over the country, the house sales have improved.
Yeah, they have.
So we've been part of that. We've been very fortunate to be part of that. It may be, and maybe I'm just patting myself on the back here, partly due to removing the 6-month lease restrictions, possibly. But one thing for sure, we have to keep our assessments down. That's really important in order to encourage resales. But here's the good news. Our average resale price in United through August is $165,000. Last year, right throughout the year, our average was $118,000.
Wow, that's an incredible.
We've increased 44%.
That's an incredible increase.
Incredible increase, yes.
Yeah.
I dare say we've probably, I haven't checked Data Quick, but I dare say we've probably beaten Data Quick for Orange County this year.
Well, I have heard that certain areas, especially in South Orange County, in areas, you know, like the foothills, Mission Viejo, those areas, the average has been at like 22, 23%.
So we're doing very well then.
Yeah.
We're doing very, very well.
Very good.
So that's the real bright spot in our meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
That is really a huge increase. That's incredible.
It really is, yes.
Yeah, it is. And also yesterday, one of the big topics that you talked about was a resolution. And this was, just to give a little bit of an overview, I'm just going to read what was on the agenda. Entertain a motion to authorize legal counsel to notify Bank of America regarding GRF loan. And I don't have the number on that. I think you do, the actual number of the resolution. But if you want to go over that a little bit.
I don't think we ended up with, well, I didn't end up with a resolution number.
Okay.
Obviously, since it was passed, there was a number to that. So it's 0113 not sure what the last 2 digits are. Anyway, we did pass this. And so we are going to be analyzing the bank loan. And if we feel it's necessary, then our attorney may contact the bank.
Okay.
We feel that it's a possibility that there might have been overstepping of the authority as far as GRF is concerned. We're not sure about this. This is all in the investigation.
So again, this resolution, it was passed, wasn't as though we're going to 100% do this here. It is authorizing your legal counsel, Jeff Beaumont, I believe his name,
yes.
to look into this and see if action may or may not be prudent.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. And we had a big turnout, mostly because of this resolution, I believe, because it was very controversial.
Right.
And anyway, we're very pleased that we were able to pass it. I'm not sure where we go from here, but we will be, you know, reviewing quite a few things as a basis for it. I have already asked for the documents to review them as the treasurer, and that's where we are.
And if anyone wants to a little bit more clarification on that, we replay the United meeting tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. and then next Wednesday at 6 p.m. So that way they can go ahead and view the entire meeting. And this was under new business, so it was pretty up there in the meaning I think maybe about 30 minutes in, 45 minutes in, something like that. So
the majority of the people were there when the resolution was discussed, and the majority of the people left after it was discussed.
That's the way it happens sometimes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, they're there for one reason, and they don't want to stay or whatever, for whatever reasons. So again, the business plan has been approved.
Yes.
And that will go forward for 2014. And it's really good to hear how much the sales have gone up. I just find that incredible.
It is totally incredible.
Yeah, the 40% increase in price and average sales price is it's wonderful. It's wonderful for the mutual, and it's wonderful for the folks that live here and maybe looking to lease or looking to sell sometime in the future. It's just
it's wonderful for us directors too,
Yeah.
because our main fiduciary function is to protect the value of the property.
right. Exactly.
Protect the assets of the corporation.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at.
Very good. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's great. Thank
Okay,
you so
well,
much,
it was
Ken.
nice to have you on. Again, Pat English is the treasurer of the United Board, and you can look on a replay of that meeting, 1:30 on Thursday. It ran about 3 hours and 12 minutes, and then again, we play that next week. It is September 18th. I'm looking at the date there at 6 p.m. All right, thank you again.
Thank you, Ken.
Folks, we'll be back in just a moment.